Family therapist Jane Marks joining us this morning for Teen Talk. I know we're having our own little side conversation here. Thanks for being here with us. How are you?
I'm perfectly fine. It's great this morning.
And the question you received for this Teen Talk is, my two teenagers lost 3 friends in the last year. I feel like my task as a parent is to help them navigate crises and to build resilience and strength. I hope this helps them manage their strong feelings and multiple impulses each time one of these significant crises occur. But give us your tips on what you think is the right situation, right thing for parents to do.
You know, this is a tough issue because teens and adults are going to experience horrific situations. And so parents, it is our task to teach resilience, and it is not a trait that teens are often born with. It is one that is nurtured and developed over time. So developing resilience is a personal journey that we as parents can help coach our teens. So where do you start? You start by first making connections. We teach our teens to make connections. That's one of the most powerful tools you can teach. Good relationships with close family members, friends who support you through tragic events will strengthen your sense of place and space. Connections with faith-based experiences, civic groups, and other groups will also help you feel hopeful. Number 2, allow yourself to experience strong emotions, and also realize that experiencing a crisis like this may prepare you for crisis in the future. Avoid seeing crisis as insurmountable problems. You cannot change the fact that crisis happened, but you can change how you interpret and respond to this particular event. Teenagers, take control. Even in the midst of tragedy, you can move towards goals one small step at a time, particularly during the hard times. Just getting out of bed and going to school may help you handle this very sad and out of control situation. Create goals and make sure they're realistic. Cut yourself some slack. When something horrific happens in your life, the stresses of whatever you're going through may heighten. And with teenage emotions, sometimes your feelings are all over the place. Certainly a tragedy can make these shifts seem more extreme. Be prepared to be easy on yourself. Parents, teach you and your family to always have a stress-free zone or a safe haven in the house. What that means is if something serious happens, make sure there's a place you can go to just to de-stress. Teens, take decisive actions. Act on adverse situations as much as you can, rather than stay away from them. Also, express yourself. Tragedy and trauma can bring so many conflicting emotions. If talking doesn't work, do something creative to capture emotions like music or journaling or looking for opportunities of self-discovery. It is very important that people who have experienced tragedies continue to express themselves in ways that help them grow. Next, it's important to also nurture a positive view of yourself, developing confidence in your ability to solve problems and trusting your instincts. This helps teenagers build resilience. Typically, an example would be helping someone else. That gets you outside of your own head and thinking about something else. Try and keep things in perspective. Even when we're facing painful events, try and consider the stressful situation in a broader context and how your situation compares to other people. Maintain a hopeful outlook, but probably the most important thing with regards to resiliency is that we take extremely good care of ourselves, physically, mentally, spiritually. You know, we often talk about exercising and proper sleep. It is the most important thing, taking care of yourself in terms of your mind, body, spirit. Remember, parents, this is part of our task in raising healthy, strong teenagers.
And of course, communication is always important. If you're having these feelings, go ahead and express them. Tell your friends,
Absolutely.
Maybe journal, talk with your parents, because they probably have been through a tragic situation. It's probably more difficult for a teenager or a child to experience this maybe for the first time, because they don't really know how to handle the situation. But for parents, these tips are great to help the parents help the teens.
Especially when it comes to resilience. You know, we don't think about that concept, but what we're teaching our kids to navigate a life's journey, and this is all part of it.
Okay, and these tips, you can find these tips and more by going to our website, WTXL.TV. Jane, thanks for being here with us this morning.
Fun.
Let's get over now to media.